The form in Japanese is hard, except it is not. Today I will explain everything you need to know about the form, and after you watch this video, you will be able to conjugate as many verbs as you want. Basically, you will understand the form completely. The form, for those who don't know, is a verb form in Japanese. Let's do an example. You have a verb in Japanese, for example, taberu, which is my favorite, and it means to eat. You can now conjugate it into a te form. When you do it, it changes its meaning. Taberu means to eat, or I will eat. Keiki o taberu, I will eat a cake, or I'm eating a cake. When you change the verb form into te form, taberu, tabette, this is te form, the meaning changes to eat please, or whilst eating. It is now a little bit hard, but I will explain what I mean. The form can have a lot of meanings, but in this example, and all examples in this video, I will be using the easiest form, the easiest meaning of the form, which is please do this for me, or do this, like asking someone a favor, asking someone to do something for you. Tabete means you eat, please. You would say tabete kudasai if you want to say it like formally, like kudasai, please. The form can also mean something else, but for now, just forget about it and think about it like this. Tabete, please eat. Sagashite, please find. Tetsudatte, please find. Alright? The form can also mean something else, but for now, just forget about it and think about it like this. Tabete, please eat. Sagashite, please find. Tetsudatte, please find. Alright? By the way, I have a program where I explain this even in more detail, so if you want to join, first link in the description. Now, you know what te form is. Now how it works and how to conjugate into te form, how to change every single verb into te form. There are 5 categories of conjugation. This is the hardest part about te form, but after you watch this video, it will be easy for you. First one is the easiest. Verbs in Japanese that end with iru or eru. For example, you see taberu, that is an eru ending verb. What are you going to do if you want to conjugate it? You will remove the ru, so you have just tabe, and now you will add te form. Taberu, tabete. Miru, to see, mite. You hear? It is easy. Just remove ru and add te instead. That is the easiest part, and now let's go for the second one, which is utsuru. If a verb doesn't end with iru or eru, but it ends with oru, aru, or even uru, then it will be conjugated differently. Let's see an example. The word utsuru ends with uru. It is not eru or iru, it is uru. This changes a lot because instead of removing the ru and adding te, you will remove the ru and add te. Double T and E. T, T, E. Alright? Instead of one T and E, te, you will add te. Like this. The first T is quiet because utsutte sounds weird. You will say utsutte. You do the same with uru, oru, tsu, or u ending verbs. The word katsu ends with tsu. This means that it falls into this category. Katsu, remove the tsu and add te. Kat. Like this. Kat, te. So, what have we learned so far? Iru, eru. You will remove the ru and add te. U, tsu, and ru. Oru, uru, or aru. You will remove the ru, tsu, or u and add te with double T. This is the hardest part and most confusing one. The other ones are going to be easy. Also remember, there are special words that doesn't work like that, where they will end with iru and you will still add double T, like iru, this word, to need. you will remove the ru and add te, itte. These are exceptions. Remember them later. But now don't think about it, just to know about it so you don't make the mistake, alright? Remember it, but don't think about it now, so you understand everything and don't have to overthink. Category number 3, mu, bu, nu. Words that end with mu, words that end with bu or nu. For example, shinu, to die, ends with nu. You will remove nu and add nde instead. Shinu to shinde. It means die please, by the way. Korobu means to fall. Well, you will remove bu and add nde. Koronde. Alright, this is easy, right? And the fourth category has many words inside. It is like, this was mu, bu, nu, 3 different endings. So I took the rest of them and just categorized them in one category. So it's easier, I don't have to do like 8 categories. You have su, which translates to shite. For example, sagasu, to search for, sagashite, su, shite. Alright? Ku is to ite. For example, iku. Iku is an exception, but for example, hiraku, to open, hiraite. Gu translates to ide. So, oyogu, oyoide. And that is everything, I believe. So, now, 5th category, and that is the irregular verbs. It isn't this form anymore. Just remember the word suru. One word, suru, translates to shite. So, benkyou suru, benkyou shite kudasai. Please learn. And kuru, to come, translates to kite. So, kochi kite kudasai. Also, iku translates to itte. So, itte kudasai. Please go. Now, you know everything about conjugation, and let's repeat it so you remember it. This was practical examples, so I just put as much as possible in your mind. Now, quick repetition. Watch this part of the video as many times as you need. So, iru, eru, ending verbs. Miru, taberu, translates to removing the ru and adding te. Tabete, mite. Utsuru, utsu or ru ending verbs will translate removing the part of them. For u, you will remove the u. For tsu, remove the tsu. And add te, like this. Katsu, katte. Utsuru, utsutte. Mubunu, you will remove the part and add nde. Shinu, shinde. Korobu, koronde. And for su, shite, sagasu, sagashite. Then ku, gu, to ite or ide. Hiraku, hiraite. Oyogu, oyoide. And suru, kuru, iku, shite, kite, and itte. Benkyou shite, kochi kite, and itte kudasai. Now you know how to conjugate a form. You can now conjugate, you can now understand. Now, for doing the hard part, I'm going to reward you by telling you other usages of the form. So it is even more useful that you have learned this than it would be otherwise. As I said already, the form means do something for me please, or just do something. It doesn't have to be with please. Also, you can use the form to connect different sentences or connect different things you did. For example, if you want to say that you learned and then went to the gym, you can say 勉強してジムに行って You hear? 勉強する、ジムに行く is just to learn, to go to the gym. When you say 勉強してジムに行って it means Firstly, I studied and then I went to the gym. And another usage is to express feelings. For example, ikanakute yokatta. I'm glad I didn't go. If you want my personal help with learning Japanese, check the first link in the description, which is my full Japanese course for beginners, where I will explain all things like this step form, knife form, like negative Japanese form, all basic. And after learning the basics, I will explain everything advanced so you can go to fluent. I will tell you the mistakes that beginners keep making that make them sound cringe, so you can not do them when you speak. And there will also be a community where you can ask me questions and maybe I will answer you. If this video was helpful, then write some nice comment, that would make me happy. And if you didn't understand something or want my help with something, write a comment too and maybe I will answer. If you buy my program, I will answer more likely, but still, sometimes I will be reading the comments, so if you get lucky, I will help you. Goodbye.